is happening, Cheesecake Nation? It is Super Judge Funk and the Daves blasting atches with This Week in Wrestling.
Salty. Got all the salt this week.
All right,
Coming for you, referees.
All right, so basically, when it comes to like this week, the main weekly shows didn't really have a whole lot going for it.
Yeah, I think we're going to kind of fly through Raw and SmackDown. The only real big things on either of them were pretty much just promos to kind of get everything going.
A lot of all the Money in the Bank guys fighting each other at both shows. A lot of the same stuff you'd expect. The last couple weeks, them preparing their rivalries and all that stuff for, the upcoming pay-per-view, which we will get to at the end. So, nothing really special going on. NXT.
Alright, there's a couple things worth mentioning. Alright, so on NXT this week, we had a debut for the Authors of Pain. Yeah, they beat up a couple jobbers. Yeah, whatever. Then you had Carmella and Tessa Blanchard. Pretty solid little match. Nothing particularly special. Rematch of Ty Dillinger and CN. Yeah.
It was the same thing as the last.
Yeah, it was like if you saw TakeOver, you really didn't need to see this. Pretty much the big thing coming out of it was we got to see Nakamura, Balor. They're setting that up for the next TakeOver.
Yeah,
so
that'll be nice.
That's cool stuff. Lucha, we had the 6 to Survive. It was Johnny Mundo, Taya, Phoenix, Pentagon Jr., Ivelisse, and King Cuerno. King Cuerno got destroyed by Mil Muertes. Mundo gets the pin on him. He's out of here.
I think the next one to go was Ivelisse by Taya.
And a Mundo's assistants.
Yeah.
Then Taya and Mundo versus Pentagon and Phoenix, pretty much, like it broke down. They actually lasted. Taya did really well.
Oh, yeah. She looked good.
But then she got eliminated. Then Mundo put in just all the work. And before we get to this part, I gotta put a big old fuck you to Matt Striker. He asked possibly the stupidest question I've ever heard in wrestling. He's like, "Hey Vamp, is it just me, or does Johnny Mundo seem to get angry every time somebody hits Taya?" Like, because men are known to just be like, "Oh yes, beat on my woman. I don't mind. Have at it, gentlemen." But, yeah, so we got the double team pin to pin Mundo. And then a pretty solid little spots. The Lucha Destroyer. And then into a package pile driver. And Pentagon versus Matanza set up for Ultima Lucha Dos. Alright, so coming out of this, the matches I kind of see, we're probably going to get Mundo and Taya versus Son of Havoc and Ivelisse. That's one of the things I'm thinking at Lucha, Ultima Lucha Dos. King Cuerno and Mil Muertes. It seems like a pretty obvious one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. Maybe Drago and Jack Evans, or maybe tag match again as a rematch. Something special.
Could be.
I'm trying to think if there's any other real matches they've kind of set up. Maybe something with Cobra Moon and Dogu.
Yeah.
I don't know. You think of any other matches that you really see them setting up? Oh, Ray and Puma.
Right.
Oh, and they've already announced Jade, or whatever the hell they're calling her. The Asian girl that's with...
right.
What the hell is her name? It's not Jade, I don't think.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, but what's her name? Lotus.
Yeah.
Black Lotus, that's her name. Black Lotus versus... that's why I was thinking of it. Aztec. Dragon Azteca Jr. So, yeah, that should be a pretty solid match. Granted, we haven't seen anything from her, so I don't really know much about her. But, I mean, after 2 seasons of build-up, she better be pretty badass. Like, the only thing we know is she killed the first Dragon Azteca in the first season with one punch. And he was much beefier than the current Dragon Azteca Jr. Alright, you ready to go into Money in the Bank?
I am.
Well, I'm not yet. Alright, so for whatever reason, I decided to watch Superstars this week. And actually a pretty damn good couple matches. Granted, I wouldn't recommend it because it's an hour-long show and had 2 matches, because everything else is replays. They literally showed a Raw match. It's like, fuck you, eat a dick. But it was Summer Rae and Sasha Banks. They had a pretty solid little match. And then a really good match between Baron Corbin and Jack Swagger, who most people wouldn't consider either one a great worker. But damn it, Swagger, you're my boy, and you had a good match. So I just wanted to point that out. We the people and such. Alright, let's move on into Money in the Bank pre-show.
Alrighty, so first match of the night was the Golden Truth versus Breezango,
My boys.
part 3, I guess.
Alright, so before we talk about this match, we have to talk about what happened before the match.
Yeah.
So my boys, the Dangler and Prince Pretty, went to go get their tan on, so they look swole, look hot, look sexy, look pretty, whatever. And those dastardly ass hats, the Golden Truth, tried to give them skin cancer out of pure fear for the power of this tag team. They only succeeded in giving them third-degree burns, and somehow Jack Tunney allowed this match to continue. I don't know how. So there it was, the Golden Truth at 100%. And Febreze, because fuck their actual tag team name, covered in welts and burns and stuff, and they had a competitive tag team match because that's how good they are. But the Golden Truth ended up going over with the final cut on Breeze.
Yes.
I want to say it was a final cut on one of them. I'm pretty sure it was Breeze. So, pretty much a nothing match. It was more gimmick than anything.
Yeah.
I really like Fandango and Breeze, if I'm serious. I think they've got a lot of talent. So I'm hoping they're not just going to kind of keep them at the lower mid-card and doing not a whole lot with them. As
Don't mind me.
disappears.
Don't mind me.
Alright, so then continuing onward,
Make sure my cat doesn't get into any shenanigans.
we had the Dudley Boys versus the Lucha Dragons. And a better match than I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bubba and Devon were kind of playing the bullies to Kalisto's, small, scrappy guy. It was kind of like a lot of just bullying Kalisto, and then Sin Cara came in and kind of defended him, which was kind of a weird thing, because they had been kind of pushing Kalisto as the better of the two.
Yeah.
But I guess they kind of want to bring him back to tag team, so they're probably going to give Sin Cara, a little bit of shine. But whatever, pretty solid match all around. The finish was, I want to say it was, Devon got pushed out when they were setting up the 3D. Selena Del Sol in the corner on Bubba, and then the Swanton, whatever the hell El Bacho calls it.
Yeah.
Something El Fuego, I don't know. Byron yelled it out in the middle of everybody cheering, so I couldn't understand what the hell he said. He might have just been saying something stupid. So yeah, they win. Pretty solid little match.
Yeah.
It's free on YouTube, or if you have the network, I'd recommend the second of these two matches to check out. Probably, I would just YouTube it. You don't want to watch the first one, most likely, unless you're really into gimmicky matches.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright, so moving on to the main sets of matches got going on. They started it off with the 4-team Fatal 4-Way Tag Title match with defending champions of the New Day.
but Casadenzo come out, cut a pretty damn good promo.
Yep, gotta say, it was definitely it wasn't as gimmicky and as goofy as a lot of them have been in the
It was
past.
still pretty goofy, though. I'll give it to him. I like this one a lot more than some of the other ones they've been doing lately. And then Vaudevillains, and they came out and they cut a little bit of a promo, I want to say. Yeah. Oh, no, they did. They just kind of walked out. They did their little pose and thing. I don't think
Yeah, you're right. There wasn't any.
Yeah, and then
We were just taken aback by their awesome coats.
yeah, it was like a coat promo and hat. I don't know if you guys know this. I like gimmicks. So you put the gimmick on, wear it to the ring. I like it. Gallows and Anderson with their non-splooge looking gear. I like it. Looks like AJ's gear. So hey, I'll get back to that. So yeah, and then the New Day come out and bury them all.
Yeah.
And then why on God's green earth they had a normal tag match and a no DQ match, and the referee kept counting rope breaks? Fuck you, number one.
Well, you want me to keep count?
No. There's a second fuck you coming towards the end of this match. So then everybody's doing their thing. A pretty solid match overall.
Yeah. Very entertaining.
Alright, so let's get to the finish of this match. Aiden English is set up for the big ending. Anderson ass slaps him. Anderson and Big E are the legal men. So they come in. Gallows and Anderson clear house. They try to pin Aiden English. The referee counts. Fuck you, number two. So that doesn't work. Big Cass comes in like a bat out of retard hell and takes out Luke Gallows and himself. For what possible reason? I don't know. Then you get the New Day to come in. They beat up them, clear the ring, and then they get the pin on Aiden English. I don't have a third middle finger. I wish I did. I'm about to whip my dick out for 3. Aiden English is not the legal man. And then a 4th. Get the other middle finger up. 4th. Fuck you in one match. Michael Cole even literally says they pinned the legal man. Fuck you. No, they didn't. At the end of the match, the legal men were Anderson and Kofi. Fuck you. Oh, I was hot. Oh, I was steamed. Hot salt everywhere. Flaming salt was coming out of me. Sorry.
Right.
Let's continue on.
Alright, moving on to Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler, Part 6, The Reckoning.
Better match than I thought they were going to have. Dolph continues to show why everybody likes him. Corbin saved Dolph in one good spot, though. I will give him a lot of credit for that. He looked a lot better in this match than I usually give him credit for. But he's very... I'm trying to think of a good way to say this without making it sound like an insult. I don't mean this as an insult. He's very much like Roman Reigns, where he hits a big move and looks around.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't go to, like, a headlock or a rest spot.
Kind of stalls, almost.
Yeah, like, he'll hit something and then just kind of sit on his knees and look around. He's looking for the reaction, and I get that. That's what they're trying to teach him. But, like, go for a pin and then do something. Do something where you're sitting there looking for something. Because it just looks like you're just sitting there not doing anything. Like you don't know what to do now. Like you're trying to think up what's the next step in the sequence. And I don't mean that as an insult, but that's how it appears to me. And I don't even mean it as an insult to Roman Reigns, which I'm sure a lot of you guys will take, but whatever. So, Baron Corbin wins. If it breaks them up and makes them do different things, whatever. I don't know where they're going to go with Corbin. I honestly don't. Like, I think Orton, maybe, if Orton's coming back, but I don't know if they want to bring Orton back and immediately go into a program he's going to lose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what their plans are. Alright, so continuing on.
After that, we had the women's tag match. Natalya and Becky Lynch versus Charlotte and Dana Brooke.
This was really bad.
Yeah.
And I'm a general really big opponent for women wrestling. Charlotte is good. Natty is good. Becky is good. Dana is okay. I don't know what happened here, but they all looked really bad. Just sloppy, hitting like one move and doing that same exact thing where they just kind of look around looking confused. I don't know if they must have cut a shit ton of time or gave them way more time than they had, or something. Something just didn't click in this match, and I don't know what it was. Dana hit 0 maneuvers in like the entire match. Like everything she did just kind of looked like shit. Charlotte wrestled the vast majority of the match, and it was just really not very good. I don't know. I don't know what happened with this match, because I think they're all really good and really talented. You know, it just... So the finish of the match was Natty had locked in the sharpshooter on Charlotte, so Dana came in and like grabbed her by the hair and tried to pull her off.
Then Becky
grabbed her by the hair and pulled her off.
Dana then pushes Becky into Natty.
Headbutt, and then a natural selection from Charlotte. 1, 2, 3. Heels get out of there real quick. So then you got Becky rolls in. She tries to help Natty to her feet. Natty shoves her first, and then takes her to the corner and just starts beating the shit out of her.
Yeah, I think that was something not a lot of people figured was going to happen.
I mean, yeah, it was weird. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense. I don't know.
Like, I'm curious to see how they're going to explain.
I guess that gets Becky out of the title picture. So for that, I can understand.
Yeah.
I assume Paige has to be the number 1 contender after she beat Charlotte in 2 minutes on Raw. Clean. Alright, so let's continue on.
Then we had Sheamus versus Apollo Crews.
Alright, I'm probably the bigger fan of Sheamus than most. And this match was a little painful.
Yeah.
There's not
definitely
a
kind of a
whole
throwaway
lot
match. I'm honestly surprised this wasn't on the
pre-show.
Pre-show.
Yeah, this was just like a lot of clubbing, blows, and nothing particularly special. Like the only really particularly cool spots was when they were on the outside and Apollo Crews did that splash. Alright, so Judge came up with an idea, because he keeps using the Ghetto Blaster, and WWE keeps calling it Insecurity because I assume they don't want to call it the Ghetto Blaster. And I've been saying for a while I want to rename it, and you came up with a really cool one, because it's kind of like a clothesline. The cruise line. There you go. If he's going to keep doing it, and it's very obviously the Ghetto Blaster, like an Insecurity from the front, you step up and you kick him in the face. Like that rounding kick to the back of the head was Bad News Brown's finisher, the Ghetto Blaster. Alright, so the finish was Shamo hit a Brett's rope white noise and got a 2 count on a nonchalant, like, oh, look at me, I'm so awesome, pin. And then Apollo no-sold it into a roll-up in 1.
Yeah.
I hate that spot. Don't do it. I hate it. Hate it so much. Reigns would do it later. I hate it.
Alrighty, then we had the big fucking
co-main event.
Yeah.
The match made in heaven to the main event's match.
Should have been a WrestleMania moment match. John Cena versus AJ Styles. 15 years in the making. Bullshit.
A lot better than it had any right to be.
Yeah.
But the most obvious finish ever, the John Cena special. The John Cena would have won, but something happens.
Yeah.
And then cheating, and then John Cena loses. Who didn't see that coming? Don't worry, kiddies. John Cena will come back and win the next 4. I don't know.
Yeah, the match in and of itself was a lot better than...
I'll give the match a lot of credit. Commentary. All of you. Fuck off. JBL, go blow a donkey and drown in semen. Fuck you. You're the heel commentator. You're like, oh, big match John. He's the greatest thing ever. I once saw him beat up Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody at the same time as a baby. Mama just chucked him and he clotheslined them both. He was just delivering flying shoulder blocks all over the place. He was so amazing. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. The call happens, you can call the fucking match. And you would do it again during the Roman Reigns thing, and I'll get back there when we get there. But fuck you, JBL.
So yeah, basically, just the ending a lot of people thought was going to happen. You know, referee gets knocked out, club comes in, does their thing, AJ gets the win.
Yeah, but they made it very obvious. You know, would have won. Michael Cole screaming at the top of his lungs, "Oh, John Cena had him beat! John Cena had him beat! John Cena had him beat!" I'm like, Jesus Christ, even if I didn't hate John Cena, I would hate him after watching this match. Like, Jesus Christ, I get it. He's the good guy. So, yeah. Don't worry, Cena will get his revenge. Continuing on.
Alright, then we had the signature match of the pay-per-view, the Money in the Bank ladder match.
I gotta say... Oh, you want to say all six?
Yeah. Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, and Alberto Del Rio.
Alright, and this would have end of the night implications, if you will. So, I don't know. I was a little with this one.
Yeah,
It was okay.
it had a couple interesting spots, I gotta say, you know, but definitely wasn't...
I want to know if Chris Jericho actually did tweak his knee.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he got hurt there, so...
And then he immediately took a fucking Cesaro swing into a ladder. Kevin Owens took the spot of the night, though. Just dropped spine first between the ladder.
Yeah, you could just tell, like, just the look on his face. If he didn't hate Sami Zayn before,
yeah.
my God.
There's no way to, like, protect yourself from that one. That just looked like it hurt. I'm trying to think if there's any other particularly really cool spots with the ladders. Not really. Ambrose did a ladder dive onto Cesaro, which was kind of cool. The armbar by Del Rio, and then he ate a super kick from Kevin Owens, and then dropped. Which I gotta give like a lot of credit to Del Rio. That was a cool spot, because there's a lot of guys who would have rolled over onto their feet, and he would also take one other hellacious one, which I didn't really see. Him and Cesaro. The hell is that? Making all that noise.
Merlin.
Alright, so they were on their own separate ladder, got pushed over. Cesaro took the old testicular torturer. I don't know what Alberto Del Rio thought he was going to do there. He landed both feet on the top rope, like bounced back, hit the ladder, and then just like twirled and fell on his back. Like, it did not look good or fun to be him. But still, I think I'd rather be him than Cesaro. To land balls first on the rope and just be like, and then like just turned over and fell off the ropes. I'm trying to think if there's any other real cool spots in the match.
Yeah,
I remember one part I didn't like. It was like the softest landing. Cesaro went for, I assume, a crossbody, maybe a double axe handle. And Jericho just kind of stepped away from the ladder, and it just looked really like weak sauce. Yeah. Like Cesaro tried to sell it, but like he didn't do anything. He's just like, oh god, my hands! I touched the ladder. They did the big setting up ladders with another ladder spot, but they didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So your winner and Money in the Bank winner, Dean Ambrose.
As predicted by moi.
I was pulling Del Rio, not because I wanted him to win, but I don't know why. In my soul, I felt it.
We thought that the writers were just going to go that route.
I don't know why. Just like, I hated it. So I figured it had to happen. Alright.
And then we had the United States Championship match. Champion Rusev.
Who came out first, but it's his gimmick, so I'm living with it. Yeah. With brand new, super sweet Rusev tights. U.S. champion. Or U.S. champ. right above the crotch. It's like,
Versus apparently Mega Dad of the Year, Titus O'Neil.
Which I don't even know what the fuck that is, but apparently Titus O'Neil came out and he kissed somebody in the crowd.
I'm pretty sure it was one of his sons.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All I know, Rusev won. And then he went over and he's like, look at your dad.
He's a loser.
And then
Happy Father's Day.
And then they like punched Rusev and he just laughed at him and made this craziest like Rusev face. He's like, I'm gonna get you. I said he should have pulled the kids in the ring, put the accolade on them right in front of Titus. Just dun, 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 dun.
Oh, God. Alrighty, so main event of the night, WWE Champion Roman Reigns versus Seth
CrossFit
Rollins.
Jesus. Alright, so right off the beginning of this match, they make Roman look super duper, uber duper, Scooby Doober strong. Didn't sell shit. Seth Rollins got like 0 offense.
It wasn't until like the last half of the match where Seth really picked it up.
Roman Reigns acted like a heel the entire match until he got hurt, and then he tried to milk it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like speared himself.
Yeah. And I hate that spot. If you're going to have the medical team pull somebody to the side, they should have to forfeit. Unless it's like a 3-second, he's good to go. There are no timeouts in wrestling. Harley, the racist race, wouldn't put up with this shit. God damn it. Fuck you too, Light. Alright, so then Seth Rollins, we're going back before all that hitting the ring thing. So Seth finally starts to get his shit in.
Yep.
And then Roman goes, fuck that shit. And just starts doing his punch, kick, everything. He hits his, as JBL called it, the Razor's Edge into a power bomb. Another one on the other side. It's a power bomb to begin with. You can't power bomb into a power bomb. We coming for you. Alright, so then we go to the outside a little bit after that. Roman Reigns runs directly into the area that Lillian Garcia's in. So my first thought is Lillian Garcia okay? The cameraman does not go to her, so I'm worried in my soul for Lillian Garcia's safety. There's this dickhead Roman Reigns. Danger to society. Jack Tunney wouldn't put up with this shit. Endangering the fucking ring bell guy, the timekeeper, Lillian, the cameraman, the guy that's holding the cords back there. Danger to everyone. So Seth Rollins gets in the ring. Captain Jackass gets in the ring. He pushes Seth into the referee and then hits a spear and then gets his protected win, but the referee's down, so it's... Oh, yeah, he's up. So then we get the cameraman's dickering outside doing nothing, not watching the match, and all of a sudden you just hear... And then it's like, oh, here's a replay. What you missed? Seth Rollins, being CrossFit Jesus like he is, did a jumping pedigree out of a spear. Awesome. Should have been the finish.
Yeah.
But
far and away.
Captain Dick Knob kicked out at 1. He was like... It's like, eat all the dicks. Eat all the dicks, Roman. Kicking out at 1. Out of a surprise pedigree. Oh, Triple H fucking sledgehammers you. Right in the nuts. So you walk through fucking gorilla. How dare you no-sell his move like that? So then, happy man Seth Rollins just drags his monkey ass back to the ring and pedigrees him again and gets the win. What the fuck was the point of kicking out of the first one? It was like an awesome spot. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like all butthurt and kicked out of it. I missed the second pedigree.
Yeah. Like, that had fucking spot of the night written all over it.
Yeah, it looked so cool.
Like, that would have been the perfect ending.
So, CrossFit Jesus wins. Women showing their titties, babies crying, men cheering. Everything is amazing in the world of wrestling. And then that dastardly bastard.
turn. Dun 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 dun.
Beep beep. Yeah, so Dean, evil bastard Ambrose comes out. CrossFit Jesus graciously accepts it and waits for him to walk down to the ring to perform a thespian-style wrestling match for the enjoyment of everyone in attendance. And that dastardly fuckstick hits him in the back with a steel case after a hard-fought victory from that Mongoloid Roman Reigns. He gives the thing to senior official Mike Chioda, who I now have heat with, because Seth Rollins was in no shape to continue. He should have DQ'd him after he cashed it in. He should have taken it, cashed him in, and then immediately DQ'd him. He hits his dirty, dirty deeds, which were not done dirt cheap, on poor CrossFit Jesus, and the tears. The tears, they flew. And Dean Ambrose drinks them up like the bastard he is. New WWE World Champion Dean Ambrose. Hope you're proud of yourself. Ruined the whole night. After everything that Rusev did to Titus's kids, you have to ruin the night like that. I felt like the fucking world of Dave finally coming true. I was like, oh.
But yeah, like, I think that main event, like, not a whole lot of people thought Roman was going to lose.
You want to give the accolade, Merlin?
Even less people thought that if Dean had won, he would cash in right then and there.
Happy dance!
So, definitely a very interesting ending.
No. Eat all the dicks. How dare you? I thought I was going to have 2 matches in a row and my happiness just a flutter. Dean Ambrose, you're on my shit list. Alright, guys. I'm trying to think if there's anything else wrestling related to really talk about. I don't think so. As we get closer, we'll start talking about the Cruiserweight Classic or anything else that kind of pops up big in the world of wrestling.
And next month, we haven't decided if we are going to go see it. We're going to try to. In Worcester, Mass. I think it's actually the first live taping they're doing. It's going to be in Worcester.
Oh, is it? That'd be cool.
I think it is. So if that is the case, we will definitely try and get to that. Because, that's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing to do. And we've never been to a taping, let alone like a regular, even a house show, which would still be cool. But either way, it's right in our backyard. So we definitely want to see if we can do that if we can. But we'll keep you guys updated on that. But if there is nothing else left to discuss on this week, I am Supercharged Funk.
I am the Dave.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Adios.